Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, where last time we took a look around these districts of Edith, the capital city of Calvert, and today we want to go to the Blacklight district, the secret underground areas where basically laws don't apply. Proceeding to the Blacklight district will advance the main story. We have everything as far as I know. Wanted to contact a reserve team member waiting at the office. They all decided to meet up in the Tyro district and enter the underground passage leading to the Blacklight district together.
Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. here in Edith, and we have breaking news to report. Regarding Project Startaker's second successful launch yesterday, we have just confirmed that the test module has re-entered the atmosphere and has landed in the ocean south of Calvert. This test module simulates the conditions necessary to keep astronauts protected from the vacuum of space. With the module recovered and safety checks performed, the Aerospace Force has announced a date for their third official launch, which will take place 3 days from now, on July 12th at 1 p.m. This promises to be a watershed moment for mankind, as Amelia Haring will become the first human in history to travel into space.
Are they for real? That's right around the corner.
I gotta call my boyfriend so we can take the day off.
Let's go!
Wow, Hermes going to space in just 3 days? Does no one else think this is too much, too fast? Ha, talk about cranking things up to new heights. It was Young and Essie who designed the test module, as I recall. Adiabatic pressure during atmospheric re-entry is said to cause shockingly high temperatures if they cleared that issue without a hitch. Such was a foregone accomplishment for them and the artisans of Basel. As inspirational as this is, though, it's happening a lot faster than you'd expect. Yeah, and by how thorough the setup's been, I'm willing to bet that bastard Renee's got his fingerprints all over this too, right in between Gramhart's. Likely so, his work with the presidential office seems to keep him busier than ever lately. Development will doubtless unfold more quickly. We may have need to keep sharper than usual. Right, though at our own Spriggany sniff through the mud kinda way. Oh, I just realized something. Is July 12th Agnes' birthday? Huh, now that you mention it, yeah. With so much else going on at the same time, it's shaping up to be an eventful one. I hadn't even known. She'll be turning 17, correct? Yes, and we've even been planning a party of sorts on the sly. Afterwards, the group arrived at their destination via a convoluted route beneath the Tyrol district. Yep, this place hasn't changed a single bit. It's not a Blacklight district if it's as shady as all get out. Even still, it pays to come here every once in a while for useful information often is. There's no bulletin board here, so let's just focus on talking with the usual suspects. I know I've beaten this into you all at this point, but try not to let even the smallest clue pass you by. Understood. We will remain vigilant as always.
Haven't seen you around before. You wanna
No matter how many times we come here, I still can't believe there's a place like this in Edith.
Indeed. It's a sight those on the surface could never imagine.
I haven't been around recently myself.
Well, let's see if we can't find any leads.
And Maya's back.
Now, what might you be after,
We just saw her in the
I'll
temple
be
in
seeing
Riverside.
Ho ho! Got a great lineup at great prices. Ho ho! Come ho ho! Ho ho! Come ho ho! Ho ho! Come again soon.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh! And look who's there! Abby! San Alfayette. Vice Captain Ashlat.
Well, if it isn't for Ida. Still hoping the Spriggan with his work, I see. I'm glad to find you in good health back.
But wait, what are you doing with him? Rubbing elbows with Iscariot's top brass? Yet another unexpected arrival.
It's been some time, Arkwright Solutions. And a pleasure to see you, Master.
So you're here as well, Ashlat. I take it that both of you are gathering information? That's correct. I look into the activities of some of our Jägers. Definitely catching whiff of something here. Funny, we also came to the Blacklight district to scrounge up some intel. If it's not too much trouble, you mind sharing what's been happening on your end? Very well, so long as I can ask for your insights on a matter or two in return. Now, first of all, are you aware of a recent string of disappearances among those who flocked to the Blacklight district? Nope, that's news to me. Though I wouldn't think much of that in a stomping ground of drifters and wayfarers. Right, one can easily imagine those who wash up here going even further into hiding. Or this may well be connected to the retracted missing person reports that have left the police scratching their heads. Well, it's no wonder that issue isn't widely known topside. After all, down here, someone can vanish to thin air one moment only to resurface the next, before you even realized. But whatever they did while off the grid stays a great big question mark. It's just business as usual for us shady folk. Indeed, if for instance a petty gangster were to go unaccounted for, such an occurrence wouldn't raise any red flags. But be that as it may, Mr. Alfayette was taking it upon himself to look into the activities of some of our Jägers, as he put it. And so it happens to be your guys too. Yes, at first the disappearances were mainly among gangsters and mafiosos, but in the last several days the Jägers have been going astray as well. The affected include not only dropouts and members of low-level corps, but even those of medium standing. As for you, Ashlat, I presume your activities here are on the church's recent initiative? Correct. When there's little I'm at liberty to disclose, the need has arisen to ascertain the flow of people, including that of those in the underworld. Prior to your arrival, Hassan and I were exchanging information about the unusual behavior observed within the Jäger Corps. Additionally, we're hoping to pinpoint and question the leading light of the Blacklight district. But alas... Sorry, but there's only so much I can divulge on this subject. There's a tacit understanding among those living here, but awkward to tell you that much. Tacit understanding as in an unspoken rule? So the Blacklight district actually has some kind of honor code? Who would have thought? But what exactly does leading light of a Blacklight district refer to? The Blacklight district's head honcho and liaison to the outside world. A person everybody here is indebted to. Folks call him the Kingpin, but as for who they actually are or what they're like, your guess is as good as mine. Even in the guild, all we heard was word of mouth. It said they have played a pivotal role in the development of what would eventually grow into the Blacklight district. If you know that much, then all the easier. Even still, I can't just spill the beans on where you'll find the Kingpin. Though for what it's worth, I'm pretty sure they're clued up on what you're investigating. I getcha. Gotta play by the book. Suppose it means all of us will just have to do our own sniffing around from here out. We too have no intention of meddling with the affairs of the Blacklight district any further. I will touch base with my Jäger contacts once again. Please do inform me should you uncover anything of note, Arkwright. As for myself, I have obtained all the information I require, so I shall be taking my leave. While you no doubt have your own feelings on the matter, Master, I must ask that you leave this to me. Is that so? Then I wish you luck in your endeavors, Ashlat. This may well bear relation to the action of a Growlswitter after all. This will be,
what would you like?
dumplings, or the recipe for them.
Please stop by again sometime.
Let us search.
Dr. Isabel.
Seems like I could make some good cash from this, but without knowing exactly what's going on.
Sup, Isabel? Something on your mind?
Ah, Arkride. A little birdie by the name of Bermati mentioned you'd be coming. Sounds like you and the delivery woman, or astronaut rather, finally met face to face.
Word travels fast, maybe a little too fast in this case. What can I say, the Morty's an old classmate from my med school days. We keep in close touch. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Morty also graduated from a nefarious medical college, yes? That's right, although he pursued a degree in pharmaceutical rather than following the pre-med track. That son of a gun must have figured we'd find our way over here eventually. Well, anyway, I take it we're not the only ones thinking something off of the Blacklight district. You'd be right, though I should preface that my perspective's limited to what's in my purview. Over the past few days, there's been an uptick in the number of arena contestants showing up late for fights. The excuses for all these unpunctual arrivals are never clear. It's been causing a lot of, shall we say, disputes. Though you won't hear me complaining about it, mind? The street balls and scores of injury are how I rake in the dough. But that being said, the fact that it's getting to be a trend is worthy of concern. I tried probing the causes for their tardiness out of them doing treatment, but their answers always wander off a mark. If that has been a frequent occurrence, then there's sure to be a reason behind it all. Brainwashing or something? Like, could be that their memories are blocked or something? Has anyone been investigating the matter apart from yourself, madam? The arena management, yeah, but they haven't turned up anything yet. Other than them, I can think of one obvious likelihood. The Kingpin, you mean? There's that name again. So you're familiar with him, huh, Arkwright? Why am I not surprised? I also shouldn't be shocked if they were looking into this as we speak. Just to clarify, I've never actually met the Kingpin in person, but I wouldn't mind having a chat with them, if only to do a little info swap. Am I talking us up? Oh, come on now, you know better than that. I can't just tell you who the Kingpin is or where to find them all nilly-willy. Not without breaking the Blacklight District's code of honor, anyway. Damn it, figured it wouldn't be that easy. Oh well, you gave us some good stuff to chew on, so thanks for the help. Think nothing of it. I'll more than likely be needing your help in the future, so you can consider this a small act of charity. Of course, covered enough me, and I'd be perfectly happy to lose my lips a little more. Hey Doc, so about that injury from the other day? Well, we'll let you get back to work. See you later. Alright, I now have a clearer picture of what to do from here. Yeah, and that's finding what Blacklight District's Kingpin people keep bringing up. Where they are, there's a good chance they're on to something about all this. Still, it seems arranging a meeting with them will prove difficult. Difficult, but not impossible. The only taboo here is on giving away the Kingpin's identity without their say-so. But if the Kingpin themselves decides to meet us of their own volition, that sidesteps the issue. Indeed, fulfilling the role as the district head would be an impossible feat if they're unwilling to reveal so much as a face. As such, I would surmise they've yet to decide their course, whether to step out from the shadows or linger within. Couldn't have put it better myself. So here's a play. We're gonna keep hitting up folks connected to the Kingpin, so that the big cheese themselves catches on to us. Keep at it enough and they should eventually show up, or at least send some kind of sign. Indeed, we must possess some degree of flexibility. Otherwise, serving as a liaison for the surface world would be rather trying. In that case, perhaps our first order of business should be finding someone with close ties to the Kingpin. Yeah, poking and prodding at a confidant of theirs is bound to get a reaction somehow. Okay, back to asking around then. Fricking woman, all these months later and the wound still hurts. You sure I'm clear to join the Ultra match tomorrow? Dunno, injury's looking good though. That's all you gotta say, the hell I'm paying you for, Doc. Got stabbed some time ago down here in the Blacklight District. Doc saying it's all healed, but man, there's days where it acts like no tomorrow. I'm the champ of the arena, though I can't afford to look like a wimp out there. If I'm joining the Ultra match, I gotta be in tip-top shape. You know, the Kingpin and I actually like to share a few drinks on occasion. Boy, can they put him down? You trying to give us a hint or something? Just making small talk is all. But there's Smoker too, if you're curious. She's almost certainly taunting us, but maybe? Speak of my younger years, the Calvert Medical Association is having a conference today. An old friend of mine's supposed to be attending. Will we have a chance to catch up after, or is it a different story? Must be tough working in such a big hospital. I would stop by, just to bug them.
What's up? Need some meds? You'll be fine, so long as you...
Hell yeah!
Gift from above, perhaps.
Mira deposit confirmed. Leave it to me.
Behind us, huh? But there's a pit that we can't cross, so have to find a way around.
This is kid stuff. Security bypassed. Conducting search.
Checkpoints.
This is kid stuff. Security bypassed. I made it! This thing's as good as unlocked.
Invisible 1000.
Come on over and say hello.
I've been to space before too. If you drink a lot, the stars will twinkle. Is that amazing? Let's all go together. Could this be a symptom of alcohol poisoning? I'm a little concerned. You get a different kind of education coming to a place like this.
I'll whip you up a candy special. See you later, cutie.
Shard search, go.
What? What a waste of time.
Search time.
Okay, let's see what I can reel in.
Let's see.
You're mine. Decent catch, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You're mine. Decent
Nope.
catch, I guess. You're mine. Decent catch, I guess.
Finally. That took a while. Hey there, come on in and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? You always say that, girl. Everyone's going crazy about the space program. What a splendid turn of events. It's thanks to that I've made back more money than I lost, so I'm truly grateful. Maybe I should go for a long shot? But that's hard to do in the capital. Then maybe next I should... That's the lady who sells counterfeit goods. Seems like she's got another plan up her sleeve. She really never learned her lesson. Maybe I should have a guild monitor her activities.
Alrighty.
If
if I may trouble you a moment.
Yeah, you got business with me? Magisa sells counterfeits. She seems to be close to the Kingpin. But she'll probably play dumb if I press her now. I'd like to get a little more conclusive information first. Okay. This place has always been noisy, but those assholes had to come along and make it worse. If you guys don't want to get shot in the head, then shut up, order, and drink quietly. Those guys are causing so much trouble, I've decided to ban gambling for now. Anyone who doesn't comply is gonna be seeing stars, no rocket launch required.
Can I help you? Come again.
A moment, please.
You're trying to find someone who's chummy with a Kingpin, huh? Sure, there's a lot of people who fit that bill. The Kings are pretty well known in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find a good many people who are in that depth.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a
Well,
little
ma'am,
fun?
I'm leaving the customers in your hands. Time to make the rounds again. Thank you for all your hard work. Watch out for any crackdowns, alright? Ma'am, the Capital's Entertainment District is my stomping ground. There's still plenty of big spenders out there for me to reel in, so look forward to the next catch of the day. My, it's rare to see the two of you together. Is this for work, or are you all taking a break? Either way, you're welcome here. Leave your body and heart to me, and I fulfill all your desires. Ha! You're the same as ever. Or have you gotten even more bewitching, mistress? We're traveling with minors, so maybe you could keep the whole seduction thing to a minimum? Besides, we're not on break. We're gathering some intel. You know about anything strange going on? My, aren't you impatient? I've thought a few things that piqued my curiosity, but the biggest one might be that more and more girls are coming in from abroad in the midst of this little economic boom. Taking on clients by yourself can be risky, so I really need to get in touch with them in the near future. She seems pretty responsible for someone in the Blacklight district. Yeah, she was from Messeldom originally. She had a tough life, and I guess it made her compassionate. The girls all seem to love her too. The economy may be doing well, but even now people are suffering. There's the ones who end up in the Blacklight district. I'd like to look out for them if I can. Oh, Tracy, can we bring them back to our establishment one after the other? And we're already pretty full. Just bear with me on that, ma'am. You know, we've been talking about opening a second... Yes, we have to make a decision on that soon.
Oh, look at you, you naughty thing. I'd better see you again.
And I wanted to topic.
Pardon me.
Oh, you want to know more about the Kingpin, huh? That's quite bold, coming right out and asking about them out of the blue. Just thought you might have some juicy tidbits to share, all. Though even if you don't, I figure it's only right to come and say hi anyway, while I'm in the neighborhood. Still hard to imagine you and the Kingpin don't have some kind of history, but with you running the local nightlife scene and all. There's no denying that, but keep in mind I owe her a great debt. So there isn't much I can let slip. You'll have to connect most of the dots yourself. That works for me. Any info's better than nothing. But you said her, so the Kingpin is actually more like a queen pin, huh? Now, first of all, running into the Kingpin is never a guarantee, even if you comp the entirety of the Blacklight district. That's because she spends most of her days topside carrying on her regular everyday life. Unless there's something big going on, she isn't going to come down here. I suppose that makes sense, with her both serving as a liaison and trying to keep her identity close to the rest. Incidentally, we heard she played a key role in the founding of that underground space. As I recall, the Blacklight district was once a mere plot of land, abandoned during urban development several decades ago. If she had a hand in its establishment, one could surmise she plied her trade as a realtor or a property manager. Wow, you've sure done your homework. She was once what you might call a land shark, prowling the waters of Edith and leaving her mark every which way, for better or worse. It's skin, isn't it? That's how she was able to intervene and gain the influence she now holds in this dark little crevice the city planners let fall by the wayside. Oh, she sounds pretty formidable. I say, must have been one hell of a land grabber. Makes me wonder if she has ties to AUA. I'd be curious to know what she exactly does in the outside world myself. The Kingpin used to be a land grabber top. It couldn't be, could it? Okay, I think I get where the Kingpin stands in the food chain now. Which brings me to my next question. You said she wouldn't come underground unless there was something big going on. Wouldn't the current situation fall under that category? I'm sure you already know this, but there's been a lot of people going missing in the Blacklight district lately. From what I hear, the whole mess might have spurred the Kingpin into action. Well, I guess there's a good chance she's already made her way down here. As for where she's right this second, though, I haven't the faintest clues, how to say. Nothing to apologize for, knowing we're not wasting our time investigating this place enough. By the way, I don't suppose you know how we can set up a meeting with the Kingpin, do you? Well, it's safe to assume she already knows about your... I'm sure you've gathered this from how the Blacklight district is run, but she's a caring person at heart. You could try showing that she stands to gain by meeting with you directly. Maybe, say, through a long-standing acquaintance of her? Guess we ain't on the wrong track looking for one of a Kingpin's close confidants one. Thanks for the tip, I'll be sure to pay you back sometime. Oh, don't worry about that. We're both friends of Dingo, so consider it a freebie. If you need anything else from me, don't hesitate to ask.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a little fun?
The Kingpin is the reason I was able to open my establishment in the first place. Honestly, I owe him so much it's hard to look them in the eye. But I bet that's not a problem for you. Do whatever you like. Maybe it's another way you're being tested.
The space program's just...
What are you looking at? Now where?
Now this is probably the same
Let's
type
see
of
what I can
fish,
reel in.
Yeah. I just want to check. Just
Initiating search.
What? You wanna go, punk?
Welcome, some new herbal products just came in. Just warming them up will triple their efficacy, so please be mindful of the dosage and instructions. You act like it's nothing, but it's not exactly a legal drug, is it? It's a pretty nasty one too. I'm interested in anything but that. Oh, of course it's a little strong, but it's a high quality product that isn't the least bit habit forming. I should have known it would be unpopular with all but my hardiest customers. I've been stocking up to expand my product line. Yeah, there's something wrong with your methods. Multiple somethings. This place the same as ever. Do you think if I called these space herbs they'd fly off the shelves? Please don't.
Got a question for you.
Sorry, but I can't say I know much about that. I just drifted here after I came from the Central East. You'd be better off looking for someone who's been around the block longer than I have. Feels like new faces have been popping up around here again. I wonder if they're part of some minor Jäger Corps from somewhere. There have been a lot of those lately. But that's nothing new in a place like this. We haven't had any problems getting customers, and I'm happy to report that Gabriella's pup is thriving too. I decided to help Gabriella with her pup once Yota started going to Sunday school. She needs someone to work the hours she's picking him up and dropping him off. And besides, Yota's so cute, I'm happy they have more than enough meal. Well, look at you, Spriggan, palling around with the guild's own beauty's blade. Now there's a surprise. I've seen you two work together before, but you seem oddly close. And what's so odd about it exactly? Oh, nothing. Must have been my imagination. Want to take a look at my wares? The black market's been thriving lately. Got all kinds of lucky finds. Now this is what you call a wave of prosperity. Can't say I'm happy about it. The light of a space program appears to be revitalizing the shadows of a Blacklight district. With all these tourists coming in from abroad, they're getting a decent amount of new product. The black market's positively thriving. All hail our great benefactor, the space program. I heard they just announced launch day. The crux of the program. We should get fired up too.
Can you spare a moment?
You're looking for someone with close ties to the Kingpin. How close are we talking? Because everyone on this joint got a special relationship with them in one way or another. As for myself, if they hadn't taken me in, like the lost, snarling rescue dog I was, I wouldn't have this peaceful life running this here stall. Welcome. Well, that is Miss Spriggan. You guys look pretty busy. I heard you got in touch with some VIPs from Marduk HQ. I've been real curious about what's going on over there lately. What with that program. I'd ask how the heck you heard about it, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Especially seeing as you're an arms dealer famous even in the underworld. Sounds like you're selling abroad these days too. Oh, I'm no big deal. It is true that my market share has expanded since our mother's destruction, but I just want to work in harmony with everyone in the underworld. This guy keeps a low profile and got the skills. Well, on the other hand, quite right, he's not a bad person, but just make sure you don't do anything that causes trouble for the guild. Oh, yeah, Beauty's blade! Of course, ma'am. I'll take your warning to heart. Well, he's got the good stuff, so let's take the opportunity to take a look. If you heard the news, apparently Lindsay is going to be reintegrated into society soon. Isn't that wonderful? Even I'm in a good mood now. I think I'll give her the survival now if she's always wanted to congratulate her. That sounds like a bad idea.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
How about some more music?
The Kingpin is special to us. I've actually got a pretty good idea what we are looking into. Do what you need to. It's not my place to interfere with your investigation. Besides, Yoda's class should be over right about now. He may be at Sunday school, but he's still alone up on the surface. Gotta hurry and pick him up. Oh yeah, this lady's a mom, isn't she? Yeah, I heard she adopted a kid. Sure seems like a doting parent. I thought like a high-ranking Jäger course haven't made any moves. But seeing as I'm only a former Jäger, I don't know anything for certain. Oops, it's about time for Yoda's class to be over. Gotta hurry and pick him up.
Do me a favor and decide already.
Salty borscht.
Come back whenever you like.
It would appear that there are several Jägers missing among those who disappeared from the Blacklight district. The situation may turn dangerous. Some of our units have been affected too, which I've been looking into it. I'm sorry to say I haven't found anything decisive yet. We don't know what will happen, so be careful, Farida. I will. You be careful too, Abby. Good luck.
The Dread Power Company has announced a joint promotion with
Now as we've gotten a grasp of the situation, I don't think we'll be staying here long. We have our target. It's nearly time to move out. I'd guess if the church would take action based on what Kevin told us. If the Growls and the Iscariot monks are both taking this seriously.
The company plans to host collaborative events.
I have some good book.
Oh Van, did you come here just to see how I was doing? No. Why would I need to check on you? You know, as a show of support, I'm working really hard right now. Besides, the Kingpin already scolded me for overstabbing. And the statute of limitations for me being on the wanted list expires next month. That's why the Kingpin is testing me to see if I'm ready to reintegrate into society. I've been doing all kinds of things, so don't you think I deserve some encouragement from my boyfriend? What do you think, Mr. Boyfriend? I've already told you this a million times I'm not your boyfriend, and seriously, you always share way too much. It sounds like yours is a complicated circumstances, and you're here in the Blacklight district, no less. That's where I find all the gentleman I spotted earlier. Looks even sturdier and Van. I bet he's amazing. Beyond your guard master, this one's got a habit of stabbing the man she's taking a shine to. It's not like any old man will do. Huh. Just think sturdy people are wonderful. They look like I can take my love. And while it's true that I stabbed my ex, that was years ago, the statute of limitations is gonna expire soon. And that incident with Joe earlier, well, he's not exactly my type. It was an accident. Don't you think you've done more than enough stabbing? We really do need to be careful with her. Even the Kingpin keeps her on a short leash.
What would you like? Please stop by again sometime.
Got a question for you.
Oh, you're looking for someone who's close to the Kingpin? Why ask me though? Just following a little hunch at all. You're always landing face first into trouble, and you keep relying on the Kingpin to bail you out. Wow, way to hit me, that hurts, Van. And for the record, I'm not always getting into trouble. And if you know, I could count the number of times I needed the Kingpin's help on one hand. Heck, there are like so many people who are way more in the hole with favor-wise than me. Can we take that to mean you're knowledgeable about such individuals? Look at you. Eyes peeled on the neighborhood's affairs like a regular fly on the wall. Hey, don't make me sound like some two-bit gossip, you meanie. When it comes to messy drama in the Blacklight District, Tooth is stranger in fiction. How could I not tune in? Though, between you and me, I mostly do it in hopes of scoping out an absolute snack of a man I can sink my, teeth into. Keep your weirdo kinks to yourself. Snack of a man? Is she one of those cannibals? Never change, Danger Tits. To be honest, I doubt I'll ever understand having taste with us, so, let's just call him unique. Anyway, you might just be the in-the-know person who can help us. Is there anyone on here who is especially tied with a Kingpin? Fine. I'll be a good girl and do you the solid, Van. Even for being a big, giant bully. So you want somebody who's so deep in the Kingpin's depth that they're basically tied to their apron strings? Out of everybody I know, the one who fits that bill the most would be that old lady Magisa. Magisa, if I recall correctly, that's the name of a culprit in the case I handled together with Sven and Nadia. She was selling fake T-phones back then, but peddling counterfeit brand name goods and forged art has been a trade for a long time now. The guild has on a watch list for that very reason. Judging by her age, I would wager she's been in the Kingpin's care since the early days of what is now a Blacklight District. Yeah, she's a real handful even for the Kingpin, but the two of them go way, way back. They're basically lifelong frenemies, you could say. Apparently the Kingpin looked out for her when they were young, and the rest is history. Oh, Magisa seems to be under the impression that if it weren't for the Kingpin, she'd have more free reign to do as she wants. I've heard about her bootlegging debacles, but her being so close with the Kingpin isn't one I saw coming. Fun fact, the Kingpin got a lot of us out of Magisa's supersonic legs back in the day. That might have made her enough of an asset to earn some leniency. Ah yes, I remember her running at speed which defied logic for someone her age. One would imagine she was even faster in her prime, although she exploited the talent many times over the years. At any rate, putting a name to even one person in the Kingpin's innermost circle is a big step forward. Maybe you can tackle her from a different angle compared to the rest. I'm glad I was able to help Van. In return, you can just let me test step you, and we swear. Oh, I could settle for that hunky silver fox over. Okay, we got the info we needed. Time to bounce. Wait, I was only kidding, I swear. Our efforts are beginning to bear fruit, it seems. From all we've heard, the individual close to the Kingpin appears to be the unrelenting counterfeit dealer Magisa. With her, we can just cast a line and force the Kingpin out from the shadows. Yep, all we gotta do now is find her and bait the hook on the double.
I have some good books on sale.
What are you looking at?
The space program's doing wonders for business.
Excuse me?
You wanna meet the Kingpin? Why ask me? What, you think we're close or something, so to say, but I hardly know him. This isn't one of your counterfeit deals, Magisa. You're not fooling anybody. We're well aware that you've been acquainted with the Kingpin longer than anyone else in the Blacklight District. The way I hear it, the Kingpin has been covering your ass since before the Blacklight District was even a thing. Considering how deep your relationship runs, you can get her to throw us a bone, can't you? Back and plead all you like, I have no earthly idea what you're talking about. After all, I haven't done a thing to inconvenience the Kingpin. And a single skeleton in this closet. She's not going down without a fight, is she? Might as well take a gamble. In that case, I'll admit you're more loyal than I gave you credit for. But could it be that deep down you secretly resent the Kingpin for clipping her wings and putting her in a cage? Actually, crib might be a better word, the way she'll still call a grown-ass woman like you just some good-for-nothing girl. They say vending is good for the soul. If you need to air your grievances about the Kingpin, we're here to lend you an ear. How do you even know all that? Who told you? When? Where? Only had a vague inkling about this Kingpin, but her reaction just about confirms it. Thanks for giving the game away. Damn, Brad, you better not be thinking of blabbing that around, you hear? Wait, that's one. Don't tell me you figured out the Kingpin's identity. I get it, it's all starting to make sense now. Yeah, I happen to remember talking to another old woman we know, and looking real in the hole favor-wise at that. So what'll be, lady? Gonna hook us up with a Kingpin or not? What are you trying to do, blackmail me? Hey now, no need to make it sound so unflattering. We're fixers here, not breakers. Might even be able to help you out, circumstances permitting. But if you refuse to play ball, we can always name drop you to my chief suspect and get our take. Fine, I'll call you over, alright? Chances are the Kingpin has already heard that you've been snooping around here anyway.
You got that right. I've got the ears of a bat, after all. I knew it'd come to this someday.
Ah, so she was listening. I think I left the refrigerator running at home. Goodbye. I hope you did. Hey, really? You're pulling that line? Let her go. We don't worry about the small fry with a big fish in the pond. Wait, you?
I gotta say, feels awfully strange having the Spriggan and his crew seek me out by my underworld title.
I had to roll the dice a couple times, but it looked like my bet paid off in spades. How's it going, Gin? Or should I be calling you Gin the Kingpin down here? What? It's that nice old tobacco seller lady all along? I'd suspected there was more to you than meets the eye, madam. Personally, I can't say I ever would have expected this. Ah, speak for yourself. Ha! You actually found the answer all on your own. Feel free to call me whatever you want. But time is money, so if there's something you want to discuss, make it fast. I've got 2 lives I'm running here. Okay, I knew you owned a decent amount of property, but I had no idea you were such an active player in a land speculation game half a century back. Yes, that was a long time ago. When the underground developments I had in hand were abandoned, those with no place to belong began to roost here. As one of the reasons this place even exists, I felt some measure of responsibility for those down and outs. So I decided to look after them, and before I knew it, they all started calling me the Kingpin. Wow, that's quite the history. Like a hawk watching over its nesting from the shadows of the shadows. I'm beginning to understand why you command such respect among the locals, despite being shrouded in mystery. I keep telling them what I'm doing isn't worth praising till the sky is over, but I might as well be talking to the air. Anyway, I hear you're looking into the recent string of disappearances down here? We are, yes. And would we be correct in assuming you also have taken the onus of investigating the matter? Yeah, though I've only a rough idea of what's going on. On a related note, I've got a question for you. Do you all know about the condemned sector of the Blacklight district? Yeah, we've poked our noses around there a few times. Would have been one of the first places searched when folks started going missing though, no? That's not what I'm getting at. I was asking because there's another uninhabited block just like it. The Blacklight district has a history of mutability, with its changing sides several times up to now. The condemned sector too, once bustled with activity, only be consigned to oblivion as a forgotten subterrane, like so many others. And the one you referred to holds the lingering traces of those who vanished? That's what you mean to imply, yes? Exactly, but there's a single hitch about it that still nags at me. None today will tread near the area, with hardly any current residents even cognizant of it. Yet signs suggest that people have been gathering there. It was called the Culvert, by the way, once upon a time. The Culvert, meaning an underground watercourse? As far as I understand, the guild isn't aware of such a place. Or perhaps Zin and Hazel have some knowledge of its existence. Well, it's the first time I'm hearing of it myself. But back on topic. If the missing persons are coming in and out of somewhere that's off everyone's radar, it's no wonder this case hasn't been cracked yet. Normally I'd call this our problem to solve, but at this point I'm not able to slap away a helping hand or two. So if you're offering them, then that's that. I'll teach you how to get to the Culvert. It's a deserted flood control facility about a stone's throw away from a Blacklight district. You're unlikely to get lost as long as you follow these directions I've jotted here. No one's managing it anymore, so there should be zero issue getting in. Thanks for the help, Kin. But are you sure you're okay with letting us in on all this? Like I said, the place was consigned to oblivion, not covered in some grand conspiracy. I'm not fussed about it on one way or another. We done here? Good. Then get to it already. I've got a kiosk to run, but I'm sticking around here till you're done. So hurry up and solve this case, will ya? Weird to admit, but even though I kinda saw this coming, I'm still at a loss. Yeah, she always did give an air of being more than just your average old lady to me, but still. Would have thought the Kingpin of a Blacklight district was right across the street from us all this time. I could tell there was something up with that crone for a while now. In any event, I believe our next destination is decided. The Calvaire, another of those abandoned zones. Also, that's where those missing people went. According to Gin's instruction, we can reach it via the fork in the road to the condemned sector. Yes, just past that shutter. I hadn't even realized it was connected to an entire drainage system. Seriously, it's like a labyrinth over there. Well, at least part of the way is already familiar. We shouldn't have to worry about getting too lost. You got directions to guide us to, so let's head out as soon as we're ready. But damn heck, just where the hell is she watching me from? You better not do something pointless like call me over, okay? She doesn't show a single sign of remorse.
The hell did he run off to?
Come on over and say hello.
I swear, no matter when I come here, the place is always in turmoil. We don't check in on people every now and again. They quickly stray from their paths. I've got no choice but to stop by. You guys hurry and get to work already. But if you do learn anything, you let me know, yeah?
What do you mean that chicken shit came back?
What's wrong? Scared money don't make no money.
Pleasure doing business with you. What? You want to go, punk?
According to the old lady's note, we can get to the underground Calvaire from here. This path should also lead to the condemned sector, so we can reach the Calvaire by taking the path that doesn't go to the condemned sector. Yes, let's go. Let's start the zone. Holy cow, has this place been underneath our feet this whole time? Not even the guild was aware of its existence. If I were to wager a guess, I'd say this derelict structure has been neglected for 20 years? Leave it to the Kingpin to know what even the Bracer Guild doesn't. I figured she at least had some connections of a shady as hell variety, but damn. Take a gander, but monsters of that ilk are scarcely seen in this day and age. Doesn't look like they're spirits, so I'm guessing they're mostly just normal monsters? More than likely, or at least that's what I'd like to believe. I'm detecting signs of people entering and leaving this place. Some of the footprints are old, while others are relatively new. Not sure if we'll find any of the missing people here. We might as well see where those tracks lead. Considering what we went up against in the outskirts this morning, we need to put those new shard tactics to good use. Tamam. Then let's be off. An underground Calvaire, there's bound to be danger waiting for us down there. Now's the time to show how much I've learned. Ferry can now use the S-craft Ishtar's Blessing. About arts, refreshing veil. Yeah, we know that. Refreshing veil protects from... Huh? If I actually make it a point to put refreshing veil in, then let's equip it at least some people.
Modifying your orbment, are you? Modifying your That's a single element slot. New shard skill added. New shard skill added. Activating maintenance mode. Sorry, that's a single element slot. Skills changed. Sorry, that's a single element slot.
Let me handle this. Skill set updated. That's a single element slot. Skill set updated. New skill.
Activate. Sorry, that's a shiny.
Of course. That's a single element slot. Oh my. A new that's a single element slot. Please select a type. Of course.
Activate.
Of course. You may rely. That's a single element. Oh my. A new skill has emerged. Oh my. A new skill has emerged. That's oh my. A new skill has emerged.
Let's tune her up.
Let me handle.
Shifting to maintenance. That's a single element slot. That's a single element slot. Skills modified. Skills modified. That's a single element slot. Activating maintenance mode. Shifting to that's a single element slot. Skills modified. Activating maintenance mode. Skills changed. Shifting to
Maintenance mode engaged.
that is a single. Oh, a new skill.
Let me handle.
Let's tune her up. Shots!
Shifting.
Maintenance mode engaged.
God, but I think I would end the episode here.
Doctor ordered.
And we explore the cavern next time. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.